Oh, Rowan! Oh. You talking about Daniel Bryan or Rowan?
I didn't see Daniel Bryan. I just saw Rowan.
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. You got tools in your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken.
So guys, that's how you build up a pay-per-view for SummerSlam. That's how a show is supposed to build up a pay-per-view. That's how you're supposed to do it, guys. So you did pretty good. Now, this show was 10 times better than Monday Night Raw combined 2 weeks. That's 3 times, 3 straight good weeks of SmackDown Live. This is your SmackDown Live review and results. Yes. Before we go on this, yes, Buddy Murphy, I hope I don't get a copyright strike. I am a small channel, so, maybe not, but obviously WWE owns it, so I guess they can do it. But hey. But anyway, the show starts off with Trish Stratus and, Charlotte. And this is how you're actually supposed to do this. This is how you should have done this just on SmackDown, not Monday Night Raw, not that stupid ass tag team match. I fucking hate that match. But, that's okay. Charlotte is pushing her gimmick too much. I think Charlotte is just too much. She tries too much for her gimmick. And I just think she sounds like an idiot to me. Like a retard. I hate to say that, but she doesn't really sound like a queen. She sounds like a kid that... She sounds more like a kid. Now, I don't know if that's unintentionally, that's on purpose, but it just sounds retarded. I just don't get it. At the very end, Trish Stratus says, I was dying to have one more match with you. I was dying to have, having that starlight, that light. I was dying to have one more match and stuff like that. And then she gets smacked. Charlotte got smacked by Trish Stratus, and then they just walk away. So, I don't know. But I do know, after Charlotte beats Trish Stratus, it's going to be Bayley versus Charlotte for the championship. Charlotte is going to win, and I hope that's not true. And if it is, I am going to rant on that. I am going to fucking rant on that. I'm going to show you some hatred. But, besides that, we get a challenger versus challenger match. And what the fuck does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Natalia and Ember Moon ends in a DQ, and Bayley comes in and saves her. And Bayley's like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna attack you." So whatever. Okay, whatever. Who gives a fuck? But I'll give you this: almost every match was to build to SummerSlam. We didn't see the IC Championship, and again, we did not see the IC Championship. I hate when WWE does that dumb shit where you can't see the IC Championship. I just don't get that logic. So Dolph Ziggler, makes fun of. He comes out in in Goldberg's entrance, the whole thing where he's like, ah, and shit like that. And I was like, okay, he's definitely gonna lose because they made him look 10 times stronger. He beats up Rey Mysterio, and still again a good match out of that, okay? He beats up Rey Mysterio. Then Ali comes in, Mustafa Ali comes in and saves Rey Mysterio, and then this match was garbage. But I'll give them but this match was fucking garbage. And did it build this SummerSlam? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you got to see Mustafa Ali and Sami. Yeah. And that was it. Mustafa Ali loses in 2 minutes. That was bad. That was really fucking bad. Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. We get Roman Reigns' exclusive interview, and that didn't go nowhere. This interview was useless. I don't even feel like talking about it. But he did say sorry to Samoa Joe. So this only went 1 week and it only went 1 week. But, and yes, Daniel Bryan and Rowan are the tackles. Now, notice Buddy Murphy when Roman Reigns was beating him in the fucking locker room. Buddy Murphy actually said, I didn't see Daniel Bryan, but I did see Rowan. So, Daniel Bryan and Rowan. So, okay. So, that was how you end it. We get we see this whole package of this Kofi Kingston telling us that he was pushed down because of Randy Orton. Randy Orton's definitely winning the championship. No doubt about that. Tomorrow I'll do my maybe Thursday, tomorrow, or Friday. I'll do my preview and predictions. But right now, I just don't know. We get Aleister Black versus Sami Zayn. And I swear to God that we're going to save these matches for SummerSlam, and they didn't. I think the one match that you could have saved was that women's 4-way match. That could have been on a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, any championship should be on a pay-per-view. I don't care how shitty it is. If it's on a pay-per-view, to me, it means something, right? But I feel like 2 of the tag team championships are not going to be defended. The women's tag team championships are not going to be defended. And Aleister Black versus Sami Zayn is not going to be... Aleister Black could have a SummerSlam moment. Why? Why do you take the spots away? I don't understand. And I think they cut the pre-show to an hour. So now WWE out of nowhere is realizing that these pay-per-views are too long. What the fuck? Fucking WrestleMania was 8 hours. But you know what? The less matches you have, the more time you can give to these guys, and the more you can remember the pay-per-view. I mean, think about it that way. The more you can remember the pay-per-view, you can say, okay, we had 9 matches. We can remember all the 9 matches. What can you remember from WrestleMania? You would have to think, okay, for me, it would have to take me 5 minutes to think. That's not how, I don't think a pay-per-view should do that. I feel like I should have, 9 matches immediately in my head. I'm already knowing what the hell happens. Not this nonsense of 16 to almost 20 matches. That's way too much to my taste. That's just too much. But we'll talk about that later. So, loser quits, or loser is out of the ring match. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, we get a Kevin Owens show, okay. He basically says to Shane McMahon, why did I put my career on the line, but you can't? And loser quits, I think, or something like that. And I can't remember what actually happened. I don't know why. This is when the show started to actually lost my interest. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So, I don't actually know, but did Shane McMahon ever said, I'm gonna put my career on the line? But I don't know, but that has to be happening, because what's the point if Kevin Owens wins? It doesn't mean, he can still have power, Shane McMahon can come back on the next SmackDown and says, I'm back. It doesn't mean anything. So, it should be, and I think it is, Shane McMahon's career is on the line. If Shane McMahon loses, he can never wrestle or something. But anyway, it ends when Shane McMahon is trying to pick up this table and just bury it on Kevin Owens, and then so he's buried under the table, and Shane McMahon puts a steel chair between his head. His head is next. So how am I gonna explain this? This is so simple knowledge. He puts the steel chair not between the barricade and the head. Like, his head is between the barricade and the steel chair, and then he does a baseball slide kick. Drop kick, I guess. Baseball slide kick. And that was it. So, you know, the show, this is how you build to a WrestleMania. I mean, to a SummerSlam. I felt like they did it. I felt, oh yeah, we get that fucking garbage-ass tag team match that they didn't go hardly anywhere. We get the New Day versus the fucking Daniel Bryan and Rowan ends in the DQ. Who gives a fuck about that match? I know I don't, and I know you don't, because it doesn't mean anything. But, you know, I think at the very end was good. So, the positives. They build to every match had a purpose. Almost. Every match had a purpose. There were some good promos. Oh, when we saw Bray Wyatt, the Firefront Funhouse, the best thing on SmackDown in Raw, probably the best thing in WWE these last couple months. So we saw that. We saw who was Roman Reigns' attacker. And this was actually a good, like, this is a story. I do kind of like how they did a story like this, like, whoa. Like, it was kind of like a story side like that. They also did, so the Roman Reigns, the whole thing was good to me. So, I think that's it. I mean, I'll give it a, the wrestling was weak, but you know what? As long as the wrestling is good, SummerSlam we're fine. I'm going to give this a pay-per-view, this show, SmackDown Live, a 5 out of 10. I think this was a step higher than Monday Night Raw that fucking had almost, oh my gosh. Bye. See you guys next time.